Hello. As you can tell, and because I'm in this video, I am going for a run. I have told myself for a few days that I'm going to go for a run today because, again, like tomorrow I definitely can't. Friday I potentially could after work, but I don't know if I'll be in the mood to, and then it's Shabbat, and then Sunday I can't. So if I don't go today, I can't go at all this week. And even though I'm really not in the mood to go, and it's taken me quite some time to get the motivation, I am now up, I am dressed. Once I'm dressed, it's always easier. It really does make a big difference. So I'm gonna warm up, and I'm hoping to do 6 kilometers today, because I really do want to try and keep building it up by 1 kilometer, but I have had some pain in my left leg, so if it starts to hurt, then we might shorten the run, because I don't want to make it worse. Although the pain that I had didn't feel the same as the pain I had sort of after my 10K. It felt more like a bruise or something, so it's possible that I just like accidentally knocked a similar area like onto a chair or something, I don't know. But I'm also going to see how I feel when I'm warming up, because I just don't know. And I'm going to try and do a thorough warm up. It's almost 12:30, so I think by the time I go it'll be after 12:30. And then if I do 6K, it'll probably be about 45 minutes, to be honest. So I should be home like absolute latest at 1:30. That's not so bad. And then I can shower and wash my hair and get changed, because then I have to go to tutoring. But it's good. I have had a productive morning, so that does feel good as well. Right, let's warm up. Yay! Okay, I'm just over halfway and I'm actually feeling quite good. Wow. Okay, we're at 5. I am still feeling good, but also ready to go home. Do you know what? It was a really good run until the last kilometer. Then I started struggling, and as I've just come up the stairs, I think like my skin on my feet has moved. So I need to check that. But I'm gonna cool down, I'm gonna shower, and then I'll talk to you properly. Yay! Hello. It's been a few hours and I've done some things, but I am now ready to talk about this run. So as I said to you guys beforehand, I was not in the mood to go for this run. I knew, like, training wise that I wanted to, and that it wouldn't be a good idea to skip out, especially because I'm only doing 1 a week at the moment. Like, I may as well just do 1, but it did take a bit of motivation to get up and go. The first kilometer didn't feel super easy. I wasn't having a great time, but I did take a slightly different route, and I feel like the new routes that I've been taking seem to be helping because they're a bit more flat, I guess. No, not even flat. I don't know. I think straight lines as opposed to the park, which obviously every few hundred meters I have to turn. And also I think in the park I'm more obviously restricted in terms of where I go, because I just do those 4, and I could leave the park, and I did do that a couple of times when I was training for the 10K, but not very often, whereas this way I feel I do have a bit more flexibility and choice in where I'm going. But yeah, the first kilometer didn't feel great, but then after that I felt pretty good, which is great because obviously when I was training for the 10K, I had so many occasions where between like 1.5 and 3, I was really struggling. But that wasn't the case once I passed the first kilometer. I was really in my groove. I was feeling really good. And again, maybe taking a different route helped with that. That's very possible. My pace went back down to 6:50, so that's good, I think. Although I felt like I was going slow. Like I wasn't, not slow, but like, you know, at ease. I don't want to do tempo runs. I mean, I will do them here and there, I'm sure, in the lead up to the half marathon, but I really, like, I want to enjoy running. I don't want to hate it any more than I already do. And today, I actually felt like I was enjoying it. My 40th run is where I've started to enjoy it. And even that only lasted for a couple of kilometers. But I ended up doing just over 6 kilometers in 41 minutes. I'm happy enough with that. And as I said in those very short clips, up until the 5th kilometer, I was feeling really good. It was sort of as I hit the 5th kilometer that I was like, okay, I'm getting a bit tired now. Not even tired, again, it was just the lungs and the heart. I was just like, nothing was aching too bad. I did have a little bit of a sore knee, both of them actually. But like pain-wise, I was feeling fine. It was really just like my chest area that I was like, oh, I want to stop. And when I went into my 5th kilometer, so like at 4 kilometers, I was like, I might be able to do 6.5 or even 7. Like, I'm feeling really good. And then that getting to 5 kilometers took a little bit longer than I was hoping. And not longer in terms of time, but I had sort of distance-wise, I thought it would be different, and it wasn't. Well, it was different, but it wasn't what I had expected. And so by that point, I was like, right, yeah, I'm just gonna get to 6. And also again, I keep doing this, the last stretch is uphill, and it's not hugely uphill. I've just checked, it's 80 meters in terms of inclination, and I'm pretty sure I think the half marathon is like 200 and something meters. Oh, I'm not looking forward to that at all. But that inclination really, it's tough. So like I am struggling through. I'm intrigued to see what my, what my pace will be for that section, because it was right at the end and I was so tired and my heart was just like ready to burst. But let's have a look at, oh, this can't be right. No, it's not. Okay, never mind. I thought it said I had a PR for 5 kilometers as 26 minutes and I was like, there's no way. But I can see here it was a PR, but it was 33 minutes and 58 seconds, so basically 34 minutes. Oh, and I did a kilometer in 5:20. That's crazy. That can't be right. That's crazy. I definitely didn't feel like I was going that quick at any moment. This can't be right. I mean, I do believe it in terms of it did feel like I was at a kilometer when it gave me the voice in my head. But there is something weird going on the map here, where it clearly didn't register my running for a moment. And that kind of makes sense, because my Spotify was playing and I'd started playing the song when I was still up here. So by the time I was out, it was, probably 30 seconds to a minute into the song. And when the song finished, it stopped. There was no music. And so as I was running, I was trying to like figure out my phone. And I thought it was a problem with Spotify, but maybe it was the whole Strava, like everything just stopped for a minute. But it really did feel like a kilometer. Like it was where it would usually tell me is a kilometer. But maybe I just run faster when I'm distracted by my phone. That could be. Seems unlikely, but it could be. It's saying that my pace for like the bit that I was really struggling with was still at like, oh no, it was about 7:49-ish. So it did slow down a little bit. Oh no, actually maybe it was this one, 8:13. That's possible. That was right towards the end. But it says that I'm very suspicious of this. It says that my first kilometer was 5:10, my second one was 6:57, third 7:06, fourth 7:19, fifth 7:11, sixth 7:17. And like, yeah, it makes sense that most of those were over 7 because, as I say, it was a slow run, but it felt good. I'm just baffled by the first one being 5:10. I mean, look, I'm not going to complain. Presumably, that means that I can do it faster. So, like, maybe we can speed up a little. But yeah, overall, I'm pleased I did it. And I mean, look, again, I did 6 kilometers without stopping. I was thinking that around the 4 kilometer mark, because at that point I was still feeling quite strong. I was like, wow, it's really amazing that I am able to do this without stopping, like even to get to 4 kilometers without stopping. But now, obviously, I've done 6. I mean, I did 10, but anyway, I can run without stopping. And I can not feel like I'm dying for the most part. Like, that's really strange to me. I don't know if I ever mentioned this in my 10K training stuff, but I watched a lot of Carrie's Instagram, like, videos of her doing the 10K and the half marathon and whatever else she did. Did she do a full marathon? I can't remember. I think she did. Gross. But I think I was watching one of her videos and she was at, like, 5 kilometers, 6 kilometers, and she was still running. And I was like, how is she doing that? And not just her, I mean any running influencer that I've seen or anyone who posts about their running. Like, how are you going to 6 kilometers without stopping to walk? I just, like, at the time, I could not comprehend that. And now I've just done a casual 6K, like, whatever, no skin off my back. Mad, crazy, awesome. And again, I will walk during the half marathon. That's okay. It's the fact that I'm gonna do it. And the fact that I've already run 10K without stopping. Like that, just saying that, it blows my mind. I mean, we've got a long way to go. We've still got, a lot of months and a lot of kilometers to build up to, but we're gonna do our best. And I'm excited. It feels good to like do stuff and feel good when you're running. Such a rarity. And yeah, so far, I mean, as I say, it's been a few hours and my body feels absolutely fine. Again, we will monitor it over the next few days and see how we are feeling. I did do a very thorough cool down though. I spent a long time cooling down. I also did a slightly more thorough warm up, but that hopefully has done something to help prevent pains and whatnot. But yeah, that's where we're at for now. I don't know when I'm gonna go on my next run. I think next week is quite busy. Let's have a look. It's a very busy week. Like maybe Monday after work. Oh, or Friday after work because I finish early on Friday. That might be the most likely one. We shall see, but I will, as always, keep you posted. Yay! Hello! I am going for a run. which I hadn't planned to, but here we are. It's warm out, but it is like later in the day at 7, and that's why I'm wearing my shorter top today, although I have no doubt that I'm still going to be very sweaty. But because it's quite late, I am going to try and do something different. Rather than go for a chill long run, I'm going to try and go for an awful, hard and fast run. So I'm really hoping to do like maximum half an hour, probably 20 minutes, but at like speed pace. I'm not in the mood. But Wayne made a good point that if I don't go today, I'm not going to get to go this week really. So I'm going to warm up and I'm going to run and I'm going to come back and we're going to have a very chill, hopefully, evening. And the thing is, I do need to wash my hair anyway, so it kind of makes sense to run today and then just do it all at the same time. And I'm going to run with braids in. I don't think I've done that before, but I can't be bothered changing it. So hopefully it doesn't like annoy me too much. Let's go. I'll talk to you when I get back. Yay. I think at about 2.7 maybe, and I am struggling. I am sweating, I'm out of breath, I keep stopping to walk, my stomach hurts, just not having the time of my life, but I'm gonna keep going to hopefully fall. Hello. It is Sunday. I went on the run on Wednesday and I'm hoping to go for a run tomorrow after work. I should be doing a half day, but I'm thinking maybe I will do a sort of 30-minute strength training session now. It is quite warm, but it's not as warm as it has been the last week. And my back has been killing me. I don't think that's from the running. I do have a bad back anyway, but it's just made me realize I need to be exercising and like yoga and stretching, those kinds of things, as well as running. So I might do that momentarily, but before I do that, I realized I never spoke to you about Wednesday evening because I didn't have a chance when I got home, and then I just was busy, and now here we are. So to begin with, that run was not fun. I went out guns blazing, as was my plan, and I think I just about got to 1 kilometre, and even that was a struggle. And I'm fairly certain the second I hit 1 kilometre, I slowed to a walk, and I just did a lot of walking. There was very little running. And even when I did run, I think my pace was still slower. I think I did do 4 kilometres, so I think I did more than I was planning to. Where is Strava? But it really was not easy. Let's have a look. Oh, they've updated. Oh, this is interesting. Oh, that's very cool. They're showing me routes in my area. I'm quite a fan of that, actually. Ooh, yeah. It's crazy when they show me stuff like this one. The first one that's come up is a 6 kilometre route. And it looks like it covers so much. And yet I do 6 kilometres, but often just do like a small loop of like 2 kilometres and just do that. Or just lots of loops, actually. And it's just so funny to me that I could be covering this much distance as well, or instead of. But this does look like a good route. I will try this. There's a few routes. I love this. Oh, I can change it. Oh, this is amazing. Strava's obviously had an update and it's showing me routes, but I can also filter it by length. So if I wanted to do sort of a, call it 10 kilometre run, what would it recommend? And it like recognizes where I am. Oh my gosh. And it shows me the height as well and how long they expect it for me to take. So actually the first one it's showing is 8.3 kilometers, but there's one that's 9.75, another 8.3, 15, all right. Where does that one even, that's not near me. But this is fascinating. This is so cool. I love this. That's really great to know. I love that a lot. And you can choose sort of how hard. Amazing, fantastic. I've got clubs, but I don't have a club. And then let's have a look at me. Yeah, so I did just over 4 kilometers. How can I go into the run? Problem with updates is that I don't know what I'm doing. Here we go. Okay, so my overall average tempo for this run. Oh, I've got a thing. I did my 5th run and the title they've given me is You're Doing Your Best. So let's see. So my average tempo was actually quicker on this run than I think any of the past ones. Not by much, but it was 6.48 per kilometer. And I ran for 27 minutes, so that's not bad. The crazy thing is, I didn't even do my fastest kilometer, even for that first kilometer. How do I look at stuff? Okay, so first kilometer was 5:29, so pretty good. Second kilometer, 6:57. Third, 7:32. I was not having it. And fourth, 7:19. Still not having it. But I mean, 5:29 for my first kilometer is pretty good. Oh, and this is amazing. Actually, for my first kilometer and a half, it looks like I was doing quite well. And then it drops to nothing. You can see sort of the burst. But every time I did a burst, it was like at most 6. Like the slowest was at 6 per kilometer, more or less. So that's not bad actually. Like, yeah, I was walking a lot, but my running bits were tempo, which is good because that was my intention. There's the beautiful graph. So honestly, I'm cool with that. That's better than I was expecting. It felt awful though. I really didn't enjoy doing it. And yet I know I need to do it more often because that will help my endurance and my speed and whatever else. And even though I did walk a lot, I'm really proud that I did still do 4 kilometers because it was not looking likely. And it was warm. That's interesting. It automatically recognizes the weather. That's quite cool. So now I'm going to try and do half an hour of strength training. I don't think I'm going to film me doing anything, but I will maybe talk to you after. I also have these leggings from Australia to try on. My mum is so funny. She's very kind. I asked her if she was going to the same shop where I got all my other leggings and tops from, if she could let me know so that I could send her something to buy. And I sent her the exact name of the product that I wanted, and I said, if they don't have this, don't get me anything. And she got me something. My specific requests were 2 pockets and 3/4 length, and they have done that, or she has done that. Oh, this is cool. Oh, I hope these fit, because look, they've actually got a double pocket. They've got like a, that's great. Oh my gosh, and it's deep. The phone goes all the way down to here. This is amazing. I really hope these fit. Now this is from the shop where we got them really cheap, but I can see that the price tag on this one is not really cheap. So thank you to my mum, but also not necessary. It's very not cheap, but I really hope it fits because it's a nice color and it's good material and it's got all those pockets. Oh, it's on both sides. So it's got 4 pockets plus a little one in the back. I mean, oh, I hope these fit. So I might try these on now. And then I really can't be bothered trying them on, but I know I should. And then I will do some exercise and then I will speak to you after. Yay! Right, I've just popped them on and the material is nice and they feel good and they fit well, I think. They're quite high-waisted, but I quite like high-waisted things generally. It's just a shame when you're running because you get warm, obviously, but like I do generally prefer wearing high-waisted things. I can kick around in them. Do you know what? I might keep these on while I do my strength training. Truly the only thing that's a shame, I don't know if you can see this, but there are like little marks on it. I'm hoping they'll just come out in the wash, but yeah, not ideal. Oh, they feel really nice though. Like the material is good quality. And I've got pockets. I've got so many pockets. It makes me so happy. And I asked my parents to bring me some, or give my grandma to bring me some Sour Patch Kids, because in Australia they're vegan, whereas they are not in the UK, which is stupid. And I was thinking, people always talk about like gummies or Percy Pigs, which I would get, but there's not an M&S local to me. If I ever find an M&S, I will buy them. But I was thinking Sour Patch Kids could be a good not nutrition, but like instead of gels, because I don't want to do gels and I'll be much more likely, like I will enjoy running a lot more if I can have sweets while running. So yay! Right, time to do some exercise. Woo! Right, I exercised, well, it's been almost an hour since I started. I did take a lot of breaks, in part to look at what I was doing, in part to put like knee pads on and take them off, and in part to like, I don't even know what. At one point I was checking my messages. Like it wasn't a constant hour or 50 minutes of work, but it's still a decent length of time. And it's interesting, I do feel good and I'm glad I did it, but I just don't feel like I've done that much. Because I did each exercise, sort of whatever exercise it was, I would do it for 10 reps or whatever, as in, 10 times per leg. And then I would move on to the next exercise, and I never went back to any of the old exercises. The only time I did was when I was doing like ab stuff. I did glute bridges a bunch of times and I did 2 planks. I think that was it. And so maybe I didn't give my legs sort of enough opportunity to keep building on the things that they were doing. But you know what? For a start, I feel good about it. I'm glad I did it. It was very easy to do. Like it was, especially with the knee pads now, I feel like that does make a big difference. And I put a pillow on the floor for when I was doing the ab stuff. We do have very limited space. Our floor is not good for exercise, but I made it work. And I think I can make it work again. And even if I want to do less long, even if I want to do 2 of those exercises and just do something, I feel like I can. And that feels good. And I adore these leggings. I like the color anyway, but the material is so nice. Somehow it feels different to the other 2 pairs I have from the same brand. So I'm very excited to start running in these and see how I feel. I think they'll be a really good summer option, which is good because I don't have any, really. I've got the short blue ones, which I could do, and I'm hoping to go to TK Maxx and see if I can find a cheap pair of running shorts. even though I never wear shorts. I am not a shorts gal, but I just think with the temperatures we're going to be hitting, I'm going to want a pair of running shorts. But I'll keep you posted about that, of course. I'm very glad I did what I did today. I'm curious how it's gonna feel tomorrow, A, in terms of just my body, like muscularly, but then B, in terms of if I do go for a run, if I notice any difference. Although I do doubt that, because I imagine it's one of those things you need to build up rather than just like a one-time fix. But I did it, and now I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my evening. Bye!